Hi, I just wanted to come on here and talk about how inner child healing is one of the first and most crucial step for us to shift to 5D consciousness, which is the emotional frequency of oneness or unity consciousness. Now, we all know that the earth is shifting in terms of its vibrational frequency, impacting the collective consciousness for more and more people to, become more aware and become more awakened and get in tune with their authentic selves. Now, to become our true selves, it's essential to shed the layers of the ego that we have been carrying throughout our lives. And these layers of ego are basically the low vibrational emotions such as anger or jealousy, guilt, shame, the feeling of unworthiness, unworthy of love or of giving love or of receiving love, or unworthy of abundance. It could be anything. And these emotions are quite heavy and are part of the third density consciousness, which is a dense dimension where higher frequency light codes cannot enter. And in this dimension, the human mind often operates in a survival mode, and these emotions can be deeply rooted in our subconscious mind since a very young age. Now, for example, there might have been instances in your past or during your childhood, which were little traumatic for your 5-year-old brain or your 10-year-old brain that have stayed with you till date. And now they've become part of your subconscious mind. And every time a situation comes up in your today's reality, which seems similar to that incident which happened 15 years back or 30 years back, our unconscious mind identifies it as a pattern and prepares our body to react in the same way as we did 15 years back. So now this happens because our unconscious mind is constantly operating based on the programming in the subconscious mind. So, this practice of inner child healing is nothing but going back to those old memories which are stored in our subconscious mind in a meditative state and change those emotions that are attached to that memory. So, for instance, if that emotion was the feeling of abandonment from our parents or someone we loved, so we need to change that core emotion to a higher frequency emotion, like the feeling of forgiveness or the feeling of love or the feeling of oneness, that I'm one with my parents or I'm one with that person. Because how can we feel abandoned if every single human being is coming from the same source? We cannot abandon ourselves, right? So that is the whole concept of unity consciousness. Because every being is coming from the same source, you cannot hate another person. You cannot feel abandoned by the other person. You cannot feel jealous of the other person, because all in all, we are all one. So it's replacing those core emotions to a different emotion of lighter density. So we need to understand that the emotion of oneness with our source is the only truth or the only reality of our natural state of being. And whatever layers of ego or emotions that are holding us back from feeling that oneness or feeling that union with the source are just rocks in the flow of the river. So the river is always flowing. We just need to identify that yes, there are certain rocks that needs to be removed for that river of energy to flow smoothly within ourselves, and we stay connected with the source all the time and be one with the source. So yeah, I think I will finish off here, and in case you want to connect with me in a one-on-one session, I would be more than happy to help you, and I have provided all the details in the description box below. So thank you very much for listening, and we will talk later.